It's time for a Humans in Tune conversation with Darren on 93.9 Mike FM.
Hey, Humans in Tunes fans and friends and 93.9 Mike FM viewers and listeners, thanks for tuning in for another Humans in Tune segment here on Mike FM's Facebook page. And you can find it on the podcast after the fact on Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever you listen to your podcast, or at 939mikefm/podcast. Today in the studio with me from the Cape Girardeau Safe Communities Initiative, I have Emily Church and Rachel Penny. Welcome to the 93.9 Mike FM studios. You like the springy seats? I warned them ahead of time. We have some vintage backside wear here in the studio, and sometimes they get super springy, which is a lot of fun. But no, welcome to the studio. We're here today to talk about an initiative. Oh, let me turn your mic on. There we go. They kind of heard you. They do like the springy seats, in case you wondered. Yeah. So this Saturday, and really starting tomorrow, but this Saturday, you guys, as Cape Girardeau Safe Communities, have got an event going on, not just here in Cape Girardeau, but around the Heartland, and it's all about the car seats. Yes. Car seat safety, paramount importance from birth all the way up till kids are, 100 pounds or so?
Yeah, like some that. Seats can go up to 120 depending on the
and height and everything else. Yeah, I know I had a lanky daughter that was taller than her grandma pretty young, so it was a debate of, is she too tall? Is she not? Do we booster seat her? So... Yeah. You guys are there to not only answer those questions for parents who might be in the awkward post-car seat stages, but you're there to help not only teach them about this, help them make sure that they're correctly installed, and you're also there to give them a car seat if they need it. So let's talk a little bit about what's coming up and how you guys are pulling this off.
Okay. So this is the second year that the Cape Girardeau Safe Communities program is hosting a district-wide car seat event. So we cover 14 counties in southeast Missouri.
That's massive.
Yeah. And so we want to try to make sure that anyone in the area can have access to a car seat and car seat education. So we selected 4 different areas to which we think that it would accumulate or get as many people as possible. So we're having the Poplar Bluff Fire Department, Missouri Boot Hill Regional Consortium in Sikeston, the Bollinger County Health Center, and then the Cape Girardeau Fire Department.
Right.
Station 1.
Yeah, Station 1.
Station 1. That's the one right down there on South Sprague, right?
Yes, on South Sprague.
That's this Saturday, and that's going to go from, you're going to start at 9:30 in the morning and go till mid-afternoon.
Yeah, 9:30 to 1:30 or until we run out of seats.
Exactly.
Sikeston will be having their event from 10 to 2, but the rest of them will be from 9:30 to 1:30.
Right. And then you've also got one in Perryville tomorrow at the Perry County Health Department.
What's from 9 to 3.
406 North Spring, I think, or something like that.
It's the health department up there.
Yeah, you can't miss it. So, but they're going to be there 9 to 3, you said? Yeah. So those are going on each of those days. Again, this is an opportunity for you to get a car seat. If you don't have a car seat, get educated on whether your car seat, maybe you inherited your car seat from your sister. She's like, oh, my babies don't need it. Here, you can use it for yours. You guys are able to tell them if that car seat is safe and evaluate that. And car seats have expirations, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So we want to make sure you're safe. But this is a really important initiative because, I know growing up as a rural kid in southeast Missouri, I can remember taking naps in the back window of Grandpa's car. Like, okay, don't judge his late 70s, early 80s. I'm ancient, but, that was it. And it's important to realize that car safety, I still see families driving around with 4 toddlers jumping around the back seat. And I'm just like, all it takes, and you don't have to be on the highway. You could be farting around down Broadway going 15 miles an hour and you have a wreck and those kids are loose in that seat. It could be tragic, absolutely tragic.
And what a lot of people don't understand is that not only are you putting a child at risk for not being in a car seat, but they become projectiles in the event of a crash too. And so they could take you out and, cause even more significant injuries because now you're incapacitated while you're driving.
And it's macabre. It's dark to think of it as a child as a projectile. But if you've got a toddler in the back seat and they're standing up and you have a rear end collision, that's a flying toddler that's now going 35 miles an hour or whatever you're going.
And you have to think of how much they weigh times that 35 miles an hour.
Put the physics to it.
And they're hitting you at that force.
And it's, we say the same thing with pets. That's why we encourage people to, use proper pet restraints and kennels that are seat belted in and everything. But that's not happening this Saturday. This Saturday, we're not talking about pets. We're talking about the kiddos.
Yes.
And so, I don't know if there's a stigma to car seats that people have out there about them. I don't think it is. I think it's a lack of means. Sometimes you have to decide between paying this bill or do we have to get a new car seat, So this is an opportunity for everybody to be able to come, show up, get that car seat. You don't have to show up with birth certificates or anything, right?
No, that's what we're here for. We're just here to make sure that every child has a safe seat and that those parents that aren't sure if it's, even if they have a seat, if they're not sure that it's installed right, if they think that it's not safe enough or whatever, we can take a look at it.
Yep.
And if your seat is the right seat, we can just make sure that it's correct for you. Or if you show up and that seat is not what you need, then we can give you what you need. Because we just want everyone to leave safer than what they came.
That's a great way to put it. Leave safer than what you came. I know when I was a first-time dad, and I'm a pretty handy guy, but when it came to putting the car seat in, you had this base that had to go a certain way, and then is it rear facing or is it this way? And this was when we lived in Dallas, but Dallas Fire Department right there outside Baylor Hospital. We went through the same process, and they didn't make me feel like an idiot because I didn't understand it because, well, I hadn't had a kid before. So it wasn't something I'd necessarily picked up easily. So I think it's an important thing. Again, this Saturday, you're in Cape Fire Department 1.
Yes.
You're in Poplar Bluff at Poplar Bluff Fire Department, Bolinger County Health Department, and the Missouri Boot Heel Regional Consortium office down in Sykeston.
Yes.
And come up Saturday. If you need a car seat, come see them. If you just want to make sure yours is in right or not, make sure, hey, we've had this for 15 years. Is it still any good? They will be happy to check it out. And like you said, leave safer than you came.
Yep. And we were able to give these seats away from a grant through Toyota and Cincinnati Children's Hospital Buckle Up for Life program.
Okay.
And then we also had local sponsors here that made donations. So we were able to purchase these seats. So they don't have a normal stipulation that we do have for like our MoDOT seats. And Cape Police Department, us, Cape Fire Department, Jackson Fire Department, and Fruitland Fire Department in Cape County are also inspection stations. So even if you're not able to make it out on Saturday, you can call us, set up an appointment, and we can check your seat anytime. And then you can go on the NHTSA, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration's website, and check out if you're not in Cape County. We have 14 counties in our district, and 13 counties of those have techs.
That's awesome.
So
yeah.
We're a stone's throw away from anybody that they need.
And that's no excuses. I mean, they're out there. They're ready to help. Just take advantage of that. That's the whole public service side of what, the fire department and the PD do. So, again, the Safe Communities program, they're saving lives. They're going to help save some this Saturday by making sure you're in good shape. So find you guys on Facebook. Where else? What's the easy way to catch you guys? City of Cape website, I guess, for the PD side of things.
Yes, it is on the police department's website. You just have to go to
communities or something like that. I think
it actually says Safe Communities.
I probably literally have it right here in front of me. No, I don't. But and SaveMoLives.com, another spot that features you guys and talks about these car seat check events, not just here locally, but also throughout the state.
Yep.
So
and that's another. If you click on that Find My Region, it will show you everywhere around the state that you can go to. So. Again,
and there's 7 regions throughout the state, so they'll make it easy for you to drill it down from there and then find your county and find your contact and get that taken care of.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you.
It's greatly appreciated. And again, I encourage you to find them on Facebook and to share this video to get more people informed about what's coming up on Saturday and tomorrow in Perryville. That is going to do it for our Humans in Tune segment this morning. It is Darren, and I appreciate you tuning in. For Emily and Rachel joining me today from the Cape Girardeau Safe Communities. We will talk to you on our next Humans in Tune. Again, you can watch this on our Facebook page, or you can listen to it on our podcast at 939mikefm.com or wherever you catch podcasts where you be living.
Thanks for catching this Humans in Tune conversation with 93.9 Mike FM. Find previous interviews on our Facebook page, or you can listen via our podcast at 939mikefm.com.